Around 15 million babies are born prematurely worldwide. Lowering morbidity and mortality rates while reducing stress for newborns and clinical staff is what drives us to develop efficient solutions for improving acute care. Let's start at the beginning with a short trip back in time. In the early 1930s, in the United States, a physician named Dr. Charles C. Chappell drew his first sketch of a modern incubator. This idea was finally realized in 1946 when Dr. Chappell launched the first modern incubator into the market in collaboration with a company called Air Shields. Revolutionary at the time, the isolette was the first incubator to have an autonomous climate with air circulation inside the unit. Meanwhile, far away in Lübeck, Germany, engineers were working at top speed to develop healthcare technology. Now we are in the post-war period. The transistor radio was invented, and the Allied troops were stationed in Germany. Legend has it that some of these soldiers asked Dräger to develop an incubator with the same quality of care as they had back home. No sooner said than done, Dräger launched the Incubator 2M100 into the market at the beginning of the 1950s. The iris hand ports offer quick access from all sides. The built-in scale allowed caregivers to check the infant's weight at any time. An incorporated bacterial filter facilitated hygiene. The 1960s were marked by great advancements. While many families were happy to have their first freezers at home, Dräger was bursting with new inventions and innovations. The Incubator 6000 was equipped with a sensor that measured the infant's skin temperature and kept the maximum possible oxygen concentration at 40%. The 1970s marked the emergence of the hippie movement, the flower power era. The innovations at Dräger also reflected the spirit of the time. Equipment development focused on the holistic well-being of tiny patients, and not just on maintaining temperature and oxygen values. The incubator, developed in 1974, was extremely quiet. In the 1980s, the entire world was fascinated by the Rubik's Cube. However, new innovations coming out of Lübeck had less to do with puzzles and more to do with solid engineering. Dräger presented the Incubator 8000 in 1987, the first sterile closed humidity system, which lowered the risk of infection for tiny preemies, was revolutionary at the time. 1989 marked the fall of the Berlin Wall, a life-changing experience for all Germans. It was around this same time Dräger was redefining neonatal ventilation with the Baby Log 8000. Since that time, we have continued innovating, including our newest generation of Baby Log neonatal ventilators that are built to support protection of fragile lungs and the developing brain. As the 20th century gave way to the 21st, Dräger's personal firework was called Kaleo. Kaleo was the first incubator to collect and display peripheral and central skin temperature thermomonitoring, and the device also included an air curtain. But more importantly, it was the first to include families with the kangaroo mode. 2004 marked another big event. Dräger and the pioneering company Air Shields joined forces. One result of their merger? The new isolette generation. And today, we continue advancing our technologies along the pathway of the newborn. Our goal is to create a nurturing environment where the infant can thrive, but also where parents' experience and staff satisfaction is enhanced. All our products support interventions aimed at reducing noise, optimizing cycled lighting, addressing pain and stress, and most importantly, promoting family presence and proximity that helps protect the newborn from excess stimuli, creating a safe, protected environment. Together, let us focus on improving acute care.